table. I'm dreading this now.
Exactly.
John's
Have a
gonna
look
make
at
me
that,
really
Rachel.
laugh.
See what you think if it's good.
Yeah, that's great.
It's okay.
Yeah. Else is over here.
Come on.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, you put it on? Oh, yeah.
Play Rachel.
Right, if you tell us a little bit, I think John first, when you first met me dad.
Well, I first met Tony when we were both about 16. He's a little bit older than me, Tony. He's about 10 months older than me, so he'd be 17. When we worked at a printing company called Tillotons. And we became firm friends from that day till now. There was a group of us at first, but gradually one by one they all met their partners, which all, as far as I know, they're all still with, including me. But we were the last ones really to meet our future wives. So we had quite a few adventures leading up to that. We actually started going on holiday together, camping. First of all, by hitchhiking, and we had a great experience in Wales. We parked near Butlins in Betheli, you know, and we went into Betheli. We paid for day passes to go in. It was absolutely bucketing down with rain, and when we come out, fortunately we pitched the tent. When we come out, Tony said, I'm having that side of the tent, the right hand side, as we went in. It was absolutely torrential rain, so we dived in to about 3 foot of water and my side was dry. Anyway, it was so bad that we thought we better go and find a bed and breakfast somewhere. It was right out in the wilds in Betheli, you know. And we were walking along, coming, and some old bloke pulled up, stopped for us. And it was Sunday night in Wales, and you got to imagine Wales was dry then, of a Sunday. Couldn't get a drink or anything, so there wasn't many establishments open. And this old man, nice old man, he tried a couple of places, see if they had any rooms available. I think they looked in the car and decided that they didn't have any vacancies. So he ended up putting us up in his own house, and he had one of them settees that folded down into a double bed. And, anyway, we went to bed, and the next morning when we woke up, I pulled the sheets back, and all the dye had run out of our socks, and this poor woman's sheets were polluted, absolutely polluted. Anyway, from then, after that, your dad bought a modest house, and he became a little bit rich, and we toured down the south of England. And as I was mentioning to you before, this was in the late 1960s, during the time of flower power. You know, there was a lot of loving going on. You know, people were hugging each other and kissing each other. I hugged your dad a few times, kissed him. That was the nearest we ever come to meeting anybody of the opposite sex. Well, we met a couple, but they vanished dead quick.
When you met my mum, was that not at somebody's wedding or something? And my mum had said something like, you're dancing with me and not him or something because he kept messing with you or something.
Whose wedding would that be? Was that the one you were at?
Was it Sandra's?
John and Sandra's wedding they met.
It may well have been, yeah. And yeah,
So
I
I
think.
didn't know you by then, did I?
Yeah. Who had I gone with? I can't remember. I must have gone with another mate, because your dad and your mum were then a couple, and I mean to be fair, when your dad met your mum, really, you know, they were so close that it was really the end of any sort of single nights out. He didn't tend to want to, or he wasn't allowed to. And yeah, to be honest with you, I vaguely remember the wedding. It was in Tudor rooms, was it? Something like that.
It was Sandra and John's. Yeah.
Was it their wedding?
I think so. I'm not sure.
They met
Yeah,
at
Sandra and John's
wedding.
yeah, Sandra and John
My mum
Campbell.
Yeah,
was chief
she was the
bridesmaid,
bridesmaid.
and my dad was the best
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and ironically, Carol was there on that night, but she was with another boyfriend at the time. And it wasn't some time later when she seen the wedding photos and went, oh, I've got to have him.
No way. It was Tony Mack.
That's what it meant.
He was trying to palm me off.
No, yeah, I think we probably, because we used to have such a good laugh together, and at that point in time, because he was caught, we didn't see each other too much, and that was probably an occasion when we sort of, you know, we were having a few laughs and that. Maybe your mum became a little bit irritated that I was spending a bit too much time with me. I'm not saying no more than that.
No, I thought my mum had said to me, when they'd gone to the wedding, she was dancing, my dad had asked my mum to dance or something, and you were dancing with someone, and she'd said, my dad just kept going to you like, you know, just messing with you all the time. And my mum went, hey, you dancing with me or
I do vaguely remember it, you know, I vaguely remember it, but yeah, I do, honestly, but I mean, obviously it's 40 years ago now, so it's there's one or two things that have happened in between.
So how long were you single for until you met Carol? When my mum and dad, you know?
I would imagine it was only a matter of months, because we ended up getting married.
It's in 12
Well,
months.
it wasn't 12 months. No, about 8 months after your mum and dad did. So
Yeah, we're in August. We're next April.
we're next April.
Right.
Yeah, it was probably only about 5 or 6 months that I was single, and it was the greatest time of my life. I want you to understand that I miss them days.
It's busy about you.
You better answer that. That might be the phone.
No, leave it. Just let it.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 months, and the good thing about meeting Carol was that the friendship between myself and your dad was reignited, because we then went out as a foursome and with groups of people, because obviously we were all caught then, and we actually went on holiday together. We went to down to Somerset, camping again. Always the cheapskate to be in your dad.
Well, tell her how we got there, because Tony didn't think these two would make a couple. It was that he wanted someone to go with John to camp, right? And it wasn't, we'll try and set up a date. It was, do you want to come camping? Do you want to come camping?
No, you were the 15th one.
And they set a blind date up with you and me, didn't they? I had a flat, and they brought John, and your mum and dad brought John, and your mum brought a friend. Sandra brought a friend, and there was me and Anne Aylwood.
Yeah.
Remember? And it was a choice of you and.
I said it to Matty, my mate, who I brought along. I brought a lad called Matty along with me. I said, this is a bit rubbish. I said, there's not many beds about here. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to make a move on the hostess. So, you know, she hit the jackpot that night. Yeah, that's how we met. I think it's about Reed and Tony, listen.
Yeah. We're telling you, it's about Tony. What I'm saying is, Tony kept saying it. What about him? What about him? Go with him and you can come camping with us. It was all about him getting someone to go camping so you could go with Tony.